Lisa, how long have you been in the US and how did you get here?
I've been in the US for in total for 2 years, but in Michigan I've only lived for 1 year. I was living in Washington DC for 1 year as an au pair. I worked because I wanted to have like an intercultural experience after my studies. So I did that for 1 year, and then I happened to meet my husband there. So we had to decide if we were gonna live in Belgium or the US. So we decided to move to Ann Arbor, where his family is from. And that was about 1 year ago.
Why did you decide to move over the US instead of having him moving to Belgium?
I think because it just made more sense at the time, because I had already lived in Washington DC for a year, so I already knew everything about like the American lifestyle. I mean, I didn't know everything, but I was just used to life here. Well, yeah, it's harder to live in Belgium for an American, I think. And I also really love Ann Arbor because it's a college town. There's the University of Michigan brings a great atmosphere to the city, and there's always concerts and stuff going on. And there's so many young people here, so always something to do.
How is life different in Michigan compared to Washington DC?
It's really hard to compare because my life is totally different from when I was living there. There I was really living the life, because as an au pair I was just like taking care of the kids during the day, and at nighttime and on the weekends I would be out of the house all the time, like traveling, going to a bar, going to dinner, shopping. It was so much fun. And then here it's a different life. It's fun, but I carry more responsibility, like owning a house, fixing it up, paying my bills. Like I was not used to doing it. I'm married now. It's so totally different.
What do you like about Michigan?
I definitely love nature here. There is so many things to see here. They have like thousands of lakes, and I love that. So in summer it's great. We can go camping, we can go out to the lake and just relax, have fun, have barbecues. I try to embrace the Michigan weather, and we bought some cross-country skis to really get out there in winter and still be able to get outdoors and just ski, because that's the only way really to get exercise outside during the winter.
How is driving in Michigan
It's really like
winter?
Yeah, it's they plow the roads, but only the main roads, and it's very hard. Like sometimes my car really got stuck on the roads. I've seen people get out of their car on the highway to just push their car because they couldn't move anymore.
That's
it's
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
As an immigrant, what has been your biggest challenge?
I would say not being around my own family. Like here in Michigan, I have James's family, my husband's family around me, but it's not my own family. Throughout this year I still had to get to know them, and I mean they're really nice, and there's a lot of family activities, and I really need that because I'm a family person, but not having my own family with me is hard. Like I try to call them a lot, but it's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
I never really regret having moved here.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes of course I feel like a little homesick, but it's more for the people that I miss and for the country itself.
When you start to feel homesick, as you said, it's not you're really homesick for Belgium, but you more miss your family. What do you do?
The best thing is to be very active and just get out there, do fun things, and you won't think about that anymore.
How often do you get to go back to Belgium?
Ideally it would be once a year, but if you have a full-time job, it's not really easy to get a lot of vacation time. And also when I have vacation, I don't always want to go to Belgium because I also want to see the rest of the world. It's kind of like I don't want to go to my own country all the time to visit, because for myself I think traveling is really, really important, and you learn a lot by traveling. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to give that up just to visit my own country.
Have you started to feel American or Americanized?
Not really.
Not really?
I still feel like kind of like a tourist in Michigan.
Many people have shared with me that it's really hard to make friends, and it's really hard to connect with people. How is it in Michigan? How is it in Ann Arbor? And how do you connect with people?
For me, personally, it was not very hard to meet people. mainly because of the International Neighbors Agency and all these women from all over the world.
Mhm.
They all share that they are here as foreigners in this country, so you relate to them, and there's like all these activities, so I get to see them a lot. So those people were like instantly my friends.
Mhm.
And then I have my whole family in law, so they have a lot of parties and stuff, so
So you haven't really felt alone here.
I never, no, not really.
What has been your favorite aspect about living in the US?
I definitely love the different cultures living together here. Also, all the different influences from the whole world. Like, you can see that in the different types of food and just music and everything. There's like so many influences, and you can find any food from like the whole world. You can find it here. That's cool. That's really cool.
Do you have a special small story
Um,
about culture shock to share with us?
I'm always amazed of the way Americans think about Belgium or about Europe in general. Like, just to give you an example, like one lady told me about a church in the US that it was really old and it was maybe built in like the 1920s. And she asked me, that's a beautiful church. Do you have old buildings like that where you are from? So that's really like, who do you think I am? Like, I'm from Europe, yeah, of course. Way older than that.
Way older than that. And then my last question for this interview. If you had an advice to give to a Belgian or a European moving to the US, what would that be?
I would say be very active, so you don't have time to think about what you're doing. Just like get out there and have fun. So you don't get homesick. You spend a lot of time outside of your house, and you get to know more people. You get to see more of the environment. Don't think about Belgium too much, or like, yeah.
Focus on here now.
Just enjoy your life, like at the moment. Live by the moment.
That's a great advice.
That's the best thing to do, I guess.
Well, thank you so much, Lisa. I really appreciate your time, and thank you for welcoming me here.
You're welcome.